Dude! Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Today is Wednesday, March 20th, 2024, and this is your Hump Day edition, also known as episode 36 of Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie. I'm still Jane, not Julie.
And I'm Julie, not Jane. And if there's any better episode for March Madness, what bracket are we in? The crazy bracket?
The maddest of them all.
Oh my God. No, this way. No, put it this way. How do we get rid of the window?
Why is there a window out of our head?
I know.
We look like we're being impaled by a window frame.
I think.
Why is it so hard?
I think we could do this every day and still not figure it out.
I feel like the first time. Every single time.
God. So.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So we are here. Yeah.
Yes, we are. A little longer than we had hoped for, but.
Well, but we're here, and that's what's important.
That's right.
We are here. So, we were in the green room, and it's like, okay, what are we going to do? What are you going to do? Okay, yeah, what do you, okay, and then we're going to say this, and then and then it's this, and now I'm going to look at you and go,
pages of notes, and we're just sitting here like, oh, hi, everybody. Yeah. Why is everybody staring at us?
Now, what do we start with? Oh, I know. I guess I'd like to know, did you have any time to stitch on anything?
Well, Julie, thank you for asking. I did some stitching, not a lot, because I decided I needed to spend another 11 days in the hospital.
I can't.
So, since the 26th of October, I've been since the 26th of October, I've been in the hospital 27 days. Like, who does that?
Not me. But since October, I've had 27 days of absolutely uncontrollable worry. So we're even.
So I should cut that crap out, is what you're saying?
Nicely, I would phrase it different,
right.
But we are on.
I was sick again, I'm better now, blah, 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 bing, bing, boom. So I did,
I like it when you use my quotes.
I know.
I'll tell you BBB.
I'm gonna start with a Sophie story.
Alrighty.
So my sister is visiting. Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
And Sophie was found. Sophie has been missing since November. I have looked everywhere, frantic, called places, couldn't find her. My sister found her thrown in a corner in a plastic patient belongings bag from the hospital that I'm pretty sure if it had fallen into the wrong hands, I think you know who we're talking about. It would have just gone out in the garbage.
Or wound up in the basement.
Well, same thing. So I was so relieved to see Sophie that I took her out and did a few very imperfect picots. But I'm going to take credit and share my two or three very imperfect picots that I did.
I gave you the wrong blackboard.
I'll do right here.
Okay.
And is this
she can't even find it.
And is this the right side of the fabric? I think this is.
Yes, that is. Correct. Correctamundo.
So.
Which one?
I did some very imperfect picots going down here. So I have lots and lots of imperfect picots to go. But those were my Sophie reunion imperfect picots.
Well, I'm going to say you're being too hard on yourself. So I won't.
And if you haven't seen Sophie in a while, she's big. This is one of Julie's designs. This is the large version of Sophie. There's a small, medium, and a large, and this is the large.
I still think we should drop this and be gone like a magic.
That would be great.
And boom.
Oh, I don't think it worked.
No, let's try again. And nope, we're still there.
So these spaces here, there are three big areas that need to be plain wrapped and picoed. So I started her November of the year of our Lord, 2021. So maybe if I can get back to some consistency, I might be able to finish her in the year of our Lord, 2024, November. Stay tuned. So I did a little bit of stitching on that. And then I did a little bit of work on Teresa Kogut Wisdom. I am doing this as a Sal with Leslie from Fat Cat Flossing. Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie.
Hashtag Stitchy Wisdom Sal on Instagram if you can get the hashtags to work. Chris the Camping Stitcher and I think the New England Stitcher are doing this with a blue conversion where they've taken the darker terracotta color of the flowers and the lighter terracotta color of the flowers, easy for me to say, and substituted them with blues. And it's beautiful. So there's another option for you. Go look for them on Instagram and you'll get to the New England Stitcher and she shares her blue color conversion on her community tab and more to come on the community tab.
Yes.
So I am stitching this on 36 count Avogado by Fiber on a Whim using all of the called for DMCs. And I think there are 2 weeks dye works, maybe. And I didn't make a ton of progress.
Well, you at least took it out of the bag.
I did take it out of the bag.
Mine is still there.
I mostly focused. This cartouche here is no joke.
What? What did you say? What word did you use?
A chew cartouche.
What? Okay.
A box that holds words. And I finished the outline, and then there's a stitch that goes around. I just started filling. And I think the fill-in is going to be one of those things where you have to commit to, I'm going to do a thread before I go to bed.
Oh, okay.
And like slowly chip away at it. Fill-in is not my
thing.
It's
is
not my
that
favorite
going
thing.
to be all filled in behind it a color or just?
Yeah, it will all.
Okay.
It will all be this light, very, very light tan.
Oh, I see.
If you can see.
See, now I got to learn that word that you just said. And also I told Tom I would love to be able to put into a sentence the word specificity.
Specificity? He's so fancy.
See, my mom used to read the dictionary. And she used to have one word a day she would tell us about. But, you know, and then we'd have to use it in a sentence.
Yeah, my mom the same way.
Yeah, it must have been that generation.
I think it might have been
they
that
had
generation.
nothing else to do after they did all the housework.
And after I moved out, after I graduated from college, we would race to see who could do the Sunday puzzle in the Minneapolis Star Tribune the fastest. It was always my mom.
Yeah.
She was a fiend when it came to that stuff. So that is...
What's that word again?
Cartouche.
Cartouche.
And then...
When you get all fancy on me. That smell.
Well, it is the Zimmerman Coverlet. So this is Modern Folk Embroidery, the Zimmerman Coverlet. I'm sorry I don't have a color photo.
That's like the new car smell of a new car. The zip of a whip.
And I am doing this on...
We should have warned people, Jane, that you're on prednisone and my mind is gone. So
yeah, I went from G.I. Jane to prednisone Jane at ridiculously high doses. I literally just vibrate all day and all night. So I'm doing this on 25 count antique white lugana, one strand of this variegated DMC 121.
Beautiful.
Over one fabric thread.
Crazy.
And here's my progress. So I mostly focused on this and then finishing this part.
I'm going to let you struggle.
That part right there. So.
Oh my God.
And the pattern repeats 3 times. And so I'm almost finished with this top. The top third finishes here.
Oh, okay.
And then there'll be 2 more repeats. So that's that. Did a little bit of that.
Beautiful, beautiful. Just
and then
beautiful. She's got a list and she's checking it twice.
I have to. My brain is completely gone. And then
put your string and pattern away.
How many of these have we done?
I don't know. I think you said 36.
This is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlett House.
I love that one.
And I am doing this on 40 count Prairie Grass by Seraphim, using all of the called fors, 1 strand of floss over
DMCs?
2 fabric threads. I believe these are mostly gentle art with 1 week's dye works.
I don't know why I thought that was all done in DMCs.
Yeah. The only fancy floss I'm not using is Weeks Dye Works Whitewash. I'm using the substituted 3865 instead. And
drum roll, please.
Yeah. Here is my progress.
You know, every time you show this, you had a whole nother yard of fabric.
I know. I finally put my big girl pants on and cut it.
I know. So I thought, oh, this time it was so much longer.
Yeah.
But it's not.
And the cut is so horrible. It's like I chewed through the fabric instead of actually. And I focused mostly here. I just did this small.
Just beautiful.
Motif right here.
Look at that. It's just beautiful.
I really would like to find a way to finish it in the next couple of months. But I was kind of also naughty over the last several days in the week that I've been home. So I'll show you that in a bit.
I was going to say, you're going to tell us?
Eventually.
Okay.
And then this is March Wordplay by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais.
Cool.
And I'm doing this on 36 count vintage country mocha, using all of the called for. And here's my progress so far.
You scrolled it.
I had a Saturday morning where I felt a little 100 milligram prednisone-ish. And so I had my husband bring my shepherd's bush picnic baskets near my chair, my wool pressing pad, and an iron. Are you going to be okay?
I'm sorry, I think I just had a stroke.
And I spent the morning pressing kit fabric for things I want to start, matching them up with scroll bars. And then I thought I should find scroll bars that fit this, because I'm going to do all 12 of them and put it on. I didn't put it on straight.
Well, when I walked in the door, I saw the wool pad and the ironing board, and I almost walked back out because I thought I was in the wrong house. But then I saw you sitting in the chair with your fancy earrings on, and I thought, oh.
I have a story for you about the earrings later.
It's chilly. Hell must have frozen.
It's the day after.
But I'll go in.
Hell freezes over on Tuesdays, so this is the day after. So yeah, there's my progress.
Very nice.
Not a ton, but enough to take credit for. Okay, and then
anything else you're gonna spring on me?
Yep.
Because I'm kind of in a delicate frame of mind.
Buckle up, everybody.
Thanks.
I think some of you can suspect what's coming. Then I have, oh my God, I have 3 new starts.
Well, do show.
I will. I shall.
You shall.
I shall show.
You shall show.
This is shepherd's bush checkered
You've only
sheep
wanted to do that for what's the copyright?
1997. You can make it into a checkerboard, or here's the framed piece. I don't know what I'll do.
You promised you'd have a check-off with me.
And I will. And I'm doing this on the called for 28 count lamb's wool. which is a very, very old piece of lamb's wool and very stiff. And I'm using all of the called for threads in the chart. And
you did send me a picture of this.
Here is, you know, you guys, 24-inch scroll bars. They're no joke. And this is so coarse that, look at, it's taking the skin off my fingertips.
Well, don't stitch so fast.
Flames. So anyway, here's my progress. There are
you could use this as a weapon.
And let me tell you, it's crossed my mind a few nights. There are 64 squares that need to be done. And they recommend you do the squares first before you start fill in. So,
you sent me the picture and you had 4 done.
Yeah.
So holy crap, you really
yeah.
You really
so
squared
I think
off.
So I think it'll be fun. I finally started it. And I pressed and pressed and pressed, and there's just no way I could get all those wrinkles out.
Maybe they'll stretch out when it's framed.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's that. Okay.
Just check it
then
out.
I have
this
is
chair. She's overcome by
I'm a little verklempt right now.
Yep.
This is
I can't. And we don't even have cookies or
This is-
anything. I was too tired to make us cookies.
I have golden Oreos stashed where I can't find them right now. All is well.
Text your
This-
sister and she could slide some under
Under
the door.
This is Shepherd's Bush Mother's Heart.
And you've wanted to do this for a very long
I
time.
wanted to do this since 1995. And now this is going to sound strange, I guess. I have been afraid of it, intimidated by it.
Why? What's on it?
Well, there's a lot of specialty stitches on it. And it's a very early Shepherd's Bush kit, so her specialty stitch instructions are not as thorough maybe as they are now. And so I think there's just going to have to be a lot of extra counting to make sure you don't have to come in a thread or two from the left edge or, you know, whatever
They have
it
a
is.
tendency to give you the stitch pattern instructions, but not as how it correlates to the specific pattern, if I'm not
The
mistaken.
newer
correct?
ones are so much, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
But there's a very small start. I just started.
Way cool.
I just started. the
I
leaves.
have all the confidence that you'll be able to do it because you've learned so much in specialty stitches by doing theirs that I'm sure it won't be a problem.
When I had my manic episode on Saturday morning, I prepared 8.
Is that what that alarm was on our phones?
You thought it was an Amber Alert. It was a
I
vibration
looked.
alert coming from the girls.
It was.
I have 8 prepared to start over the coming weeks. One of them has 28 specialty bands. And I am so stoked to do that one.
Well, you better start that one before they taper your pregnancy.
I know. The devil's Tic Tacs. Okay, then I have one more. Sorry, y'all.
Don't apologize because I don't have any. So this
But
is
I
very
don't-
good. She said the bottom of her bin and she can't
Okay.
find anything.
It's here.
Just breathe.
I'm doing this in case you're wearing headphones so that it doesn't. Okay, this is Shepherd's Bush. 'Tis a Gift. And if you remember, I've done some similar, like, patriotic ones that have this
Vine work.
straight stitch around the outside. I think I'm going to do the same thing for this one that I've done for the other ones and leave off
It
the
goes up and over
the
and
straight
down.
stitch box around the outside.
Because the vine work is so pretty.
And they all kind of, I mean, if I had been consistent and done all of the back stitching on all of them, it would have been a consistent thing. But I kind of like the sculptural part of
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm using the kit.
Set the vine free. Don't box it in.
Don't feed the plants.
Yeah.
Oh, I should show it.
I'm waiting. What? Ooh. Oh, yes, the piece. I forgot that each pattern has a piece in a quint.
Yeah. So that's my progress on
Love the heart.
'Tis a Gift.
Way cool.
Yeah.
Way cool. Wow, you were one busy gal.
I'm just telling you. Prednisone. It's a very... I'll say this, and then I'm not going to talk anymore about like health, hospital stuff, or whatever. Prednisone does miraculous things for me. It is too bad that it destroys your bones and your liver
and your
kidneys and other things.
I've heard of that. I have a friend who's on it, and she told her doctor, just put me on it. I don't care what it does to me if I can have days with no pain and days that I'm able to do things. Yeah.
I told the hospital follow-up yesterday, if you said to me, Jane, you can be on, I'll pick something, 5 milligrams of prednisone for the rest of your life, and your quality of life won't get any worse than it is right now. Prednisone won't necessarily make it better than it is, but it won't get any worse. But you're only going to live 5 years because it'll just, whatever.
Yeah, what it does to you.
Or you can go back to how you are without prednisone.
Yeah.
And live another 20. I would take the 5 years without hesitation every single time they offered it to me.
Yeah.
And his jaw hit the floor.
Well,
hopefully somebody helped him because I had to go because I had somebody waiting for me. Okay, let's see. Mother's Garden, 'Tis a Gift, Wisdom. Those are my whaps.
Ding, done. Time. She actually wrote a time down. She goes, how long do you think this video is going to last? I'm predicting the time. And she writes it down like there's going to be a prize at the end.
Cookies. I'm predicting an hour and 40 minutes.
Well, not at the speed you're going. We'll be done in 10.
What about you, Julie? What about your...
I don't know. What about me?
What about your whoops?
Oh, I only have a few because I had a few dun-dun-duns that, if you're going to done something, that means you
done it.
Whipped it. Yeah, so...
Whipped it good.
But, and I also had to stitch. I'm teaching a class, and I stitched all the sample.
All the prep stuff.
All the prep, and I give each student a hardanger formation to cut. So everybody
and are you
cuts.
sure there wasn't anything? I mean, I know my hardanger sucks, but I could have helped.
But see, that's what I do at night, so it's just... But when you do stuff all day and then you do stuff all night, it's... it can get a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
But, so I did do all of those, and all the class kits took a lot of time. A lot. So what I did...
I just throw my bags in a chair, just stuff the fabric in there. Here's Julie, meticulously rolling, matching ribbon. Oh my God.
This is what I focused on, was this Heartstring Samplery, Sting Like a Bee. So...
Do you remember what you're doing it on?
I am doing it on, hold please, 36 count country vintage Mocha with 1 strand of called for fibers, which are all DMC. But let me tell you, do not underestimate.
That's a lot of stitches.
It's a lot of little stitches.
Yeah.
And I did the bee. Okay, I probably shouldn't pattern shame. But this particular pattern has a symbol that when reduced for the chart to be on one page, appears to be a square black box, which is ecru. And then the black is a square box charted. So yeah, Julie, hello, struggle there. So I'm like,
I love
seriously, the colors are beautiful. But after I did those 3 bees, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I was.
You guys, those bees are so super cute, but look how fussy.
And FYI, look how many. So I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. So I'm going to go back to the butterfly, which I didn't want to do because there was counting. And I'm like, I'm not really in the mood to count. So it's like, so then I went to the Companion, which is by Plum Street Samplers, it was a collab between the 2 designers, which after all the reading I should have done, found that out. Like the big words at the bottom that said a collaboration with, obviously I didn't read that.
To get the other, please go here.
Yeah, 3 times in the pattern, yeah. So I did finish this last night, but since it's
that's no joke either.
Nope.
That's a lot of stitches for
and
small.
I set a precedent for myself.
Do tell.
Stupid. You know, see how the little black on the main butterfly, his little lower petals or wings, I did it's supposed to be a black cross stitch, which every stitcher would do because that's what you do. Well, I'd like to do a cross stitch with a plus sign over it. And then I decided to back stitch it because I wanted to really look
and you
square.
Did all the wings.
And I did it, but then I had to follow through with it on the other butterflies. So I'm like, well, and I did it on the little white, little flowery things.
Yeah. Because
it made them look like baby's
They're
breath.
raised.
Yeah, and I like that look.
A lot of dimension.
But I'm like, well, that was stupid because look, instead of being 1, 2, it's 1, 2, 3, 4,
carry the
5,
1.
6, 7, 8. It's all the extra things.
Yeah.
Times 100. And I'm like, that was stupid. But I love the way it looks.
It's gorgeous.
And I can't wait to finish them. Hopefully I'll have it done for next time as the pillows. So yeah.
Show us again really quick.
Little pillows. I found fabulous fabric, and I did coffee dye it. And I found 2 charms that are just like to die for. So I don't know what, but so that's what I did. Then I did a little bit of work on. Oh, Jane, for Pete's sake! It's my biblical scroll. Hear ye!
Words from on high.
Oh, proclamation of dumb stupidity. I don't like the colors.
Hannah,
yeah, that
you really went to town on that
was
wreath.
A lot of red, pink. Now, as I'm doing it, I'm like, of course, this isn't the colors that I hoped it would be.
But you know, your idea to blend those 2 greens together, the spinach and the other one, was brilliant because it gives it so much nice texture. And they really are nice greens.
Okay, so see and I did take this to Brian, my framer, and the frame is being made. So I established the size so I could get it to the framer because Catherine and I went.
Wreath. With more to come.
Yeah, the wreath is going to have some texture added to it. So, for those of you who may not have watched my complaining on the previous 2 episodes, remember how I said that this obscure picture looks, I don't know what it looks like. It's just not, I finally looked at it and realized that lighter tone is the fabric showing through because they have you do the coils, these coils, roll 3 coils and tack them down and then fill in the area with French knots. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm an advocate for French knots. But I'm like, no. So I decided to just go ahead and stitch it with blended colors. Blended colors were the hand dyes of the past. You take 1 thread of 2 different colors to give it some blending. But I'm still going to put some texture, try to do some coils on it. But then get this. Down here, it says Yule. I didn't like it in the gold, so I decided to stitch it in one of the greens.
And then
well, I chose the dark green and it looked dumb. So I took it out. So I'm not going to put the Yule until I decide what, once I get the wreath done. And then look, Jane, at the date. 1999. It's an ecru. That's not a color that's listed in the color chart.
I wonder when it's time for you to pick a green or a gold for the Yule, come over and let's look through color and cotton.
We could do that for variegate.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because there's some really, really nice greens and golds in there.
I really want to finish this. And then I'm like, well, do I want to put 1999 since that's when it was? Or do I want to put 2024 because that's when I finally finished it?
And it's an even year.
And yes, it is an even year. So this is all I had for stitching. That's a lot of stitching.
I know, but think of all the class prep that you've had to do. And all of those 3 pieces, even though the cut of the fabric makes it look small, they're really dense.
Yeah, and they were kind of, it was what my mind could handle.
Yeah.
I've been kind of stressed, and it's like, no, this is what I'm going to do that our people will understand. It's not going to be, a little bit on 6 different things because I simply couldn't wrap my mind around anything more than this. So
I think it all looks great. Beautiful.
I want to finish the wreath because the frame should be coming in a few weeks.
My project, we're supposed to get snow over the weekend. And so my project over the weekend is going to get the quilt batting out of wherever, whatever pile it's in, and cut and iron.
Press that, yeah.
And get them married to their foam core so that I can clear the piano bench off and have some finishes to show, and then I can fill the piano bench again.
Well, yes, Brian, he's been so, I told Jane that the frames, usually I get them in 2 weeks, and he's 4 weeks out, which is great for him to have all that business.
That's great.
I'm really thrilled for that.
It's a small business, and it sounds like a really, really good guy.
But I would like them sooner.
That reminds me, like 6 months ago or so, maybe longer, I ordered the hand-painted mats for the Earth Gatherers and a frame from Jill Rensel's studio.
Have they come?
No, but it doesn't really matter because I haven't done the Lazy Daisy stitches yet. But maybe I'll call them tomorrow and just make sure I'm on a list somewhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter when it comes. I mean, I'll be happy to see it when it comes, but
yeah.
And then maybe I can get my name on a list for a couple other things that are in progress where I would like the hand painted mats.
Well, I'm going to the framer a couple of different times, so I can take whatever
Let me know.
You need. Catherine's been stitching up a storm, and I've been bringing her things in to the framer. We'll have to have her come on and share some of her stuff.
I would like that.
That would be fun.
Special guest, Catherine.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I did. So
how about your delightfully dun dun dun?
Well, do you have any dun dun duns? No. Well, I have. I was going to say, I sty with my right eye. I had, my detached whatever. And then I woke up one morning and this eye wouldn't open. And I'm like, come on, what's going on? I thought all I need is pink eye, for God's sakes. It wasn't. It was just
when I was in the hospital. Sorry, I'll tell one more story. Anyway, it was horrific. But my face was so swollen that my eyes sunk, and then my eyelashes started to turn in to scratch my eyeball. So every day I'd have to pack my face in ice. And there was this one nursing assistant, Jim Setta. She was just a riot. From Kenya, I could hardly understand a word she said, but we really had a good time. And she would come in every morning singing Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. So now picture this. I look like a lobster with a sunburn. I'm in a V, legs elevated with a foam wedge, head elevated like this because I was afraid I was getting pneumonia, covered in this horrible whatever, ice packs on my face. So she comes in to do vitals. I turn Whitney Houston on my phone. So she's over here between the bed and the window. The door's over here. We're not paying attention. I have ice packs on my face. And we're singing, having a good time. And then it just goes, stop. stone cold quiet. And she turned off the music, and I'm like, is everything okay? Like, do I have a blood pressure? What's going on? She goes, I think there's somebody here to see you. So she scurries away, take the ice packs off. Here's the head of dermatology and the internal medicine physician standing at the foot of the bed. Now picture, I have an IV in each hand and ice packs, and I'm doing my little dance to Whitney Houston. The dermatologist I've dealt with before with some other shenanigans, he was trying so hard not to wet his pants. And the internal medicine doctor, I can't describe the look on his face, but they had me hooked up to one of those Purewick things. Mm-hmm. So the one doctor is trying not to wet his pants. I have two distinguished doctors at the end of my bed, and I'm laughing and peeing into the pee vacuum at the same time.
Incognito.
So, it was just classic. So before they left, I asked if they wanted to dance, and sadly,
no takers.
They were late to get to somewhere else.
Well, they're lost. They're lost.
Exactly. I'm a pretty good dancer.
Oh my God. I can't believe you.
I'll tell one more funny story while you're getting reclamped. So, one of the things that started to happen in the hospital was I started to shed like a snake. And so I'm being discharged from the hospital. I'm going out in the air. It's all just very breeze. And I can see flapping stuff. Nobody said anything, didn't pay any attention. I got in the house and I took out my little compact mirror. First of all, no wonder I couldn't sleep. It wasn't the prednisone. I was growing a full beard while I was in the hospital. But from here down, all the way here, it was big sheets of skin. I looked like Santa Claus. Like I had a beard.
No, those mutton chops.
And that's what I saw. And nobody had TP'd me. On the way to the car, it was skin just, oh my gosh.
Not good.
Anyway.
My poor Jane. Oh, that's a hard act to follow.
No. To laugh.
Well,
what are you going to do?
Cry.
You're not allowed to touch the top of that, are you?
Not the top.
Okay.
But I could touch the rest because the rest was felt.
Okay.
So this is, I finished Tiny Town.
I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Tiny Town, I was going to do it on a spool, but I didn't know how to finish it.
Oh my God.
I didn't know how to finish it.
Give it to me. I can do it.
I didn't know how to finish it on the spool, and I had no patience to putz with it. So I made it into a drum instead.
Oh my gosh.
So I put, this little button is crooked. This process has shown me that I am not perfect. And
it's beautiful,
I knew
Julie.
I was not perfect, but you envision how you want it to turn out, and when you struggle with it, then it's not so much fun. But on the top,
I really like that fabric with it. The colors are so nice.
It is stitched on. I lost the card, so I don't
Sugar
know.
and cream, I think, or sugar cookie or something like that, like Color and Cotton.
But I decided to do imperfect applique on the top with some freehand hand embroidery. So, again,
uniquely yours.
Yeah.
It's great.
I'm used to everything being perfect, and when they weren't, I'm like, well, but that's the way it is. And I do like it.
Look at the little buttons.
I just didn't want to do it on a spool.
Yeah.
Because it just wasn't. And I purposely made a smaller margin from the bottom of the building to the ground because I wanted more on top because it's the sky.
I've seen the Tiny Towns being stitched and then the new releases that came out. And I think they are so cool. And I can't remember what video I was watching. Maybe Just Keep Stitching Pam and Stuff. Hi, Pam and Stuff.
Hi.
Where somebody had combined a couple of them and made an uber long one. And then they talked about how you could take the Tiny Town patterns and just create your own town.
Yeah.
But I have other plans for the rest of the year, so maybe next year will be tiny time.
Catherine wanted to take her favorite, like this house and, oh, I got to turn it the right way. This house and this tree. Oh, this is terrible. These two things.
Yeah.
And she wanted to stitch them on a larger count fabric and then have me put them on a block.
On a block.
And then she's got a little shelf she can put all different ones. So then you
cool.
could have,
like you create your little vignettes.
Yeah, your own little village of things. But I do want to share something. I've never worked with chenille before, and this is chenille trim. So whenever I do any of my finishing, I always like to make the fresh cut, and then I would put fray check on there so the rickrack doesn't ravel, and because you're going to have to meet it to finish off. So I usually put fray check on it, and then I hang it over the ironing board so it can just dangle and dry. Well, I was impatient, so I took it up and it was still a little bit damp, but I thought that's okay. I'm just going to put it down here, and I pressed it down and I anchored my first stitch, and I noticed that the wetness of the fray check, when it hit the fabric, bled pink onto the linen, because I'm pretty sure that this is not color fast. So I'm like, oh shit.
I never would have thought of that.
I took it off, cut the wet end off, and then I made sure that I covered it up.
Yeah.
But that would have continued to bleed the pink color into the fabric.
Oh, thank God you were paying attention.
I just wanted to let you know that if you use fray check, make sure that it's completely dried before you
keep your fray check in check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gorgeous, Julie.
So that's that one.
I was just thinking, somewhere in this room, I don't know where is that. Oh, it's over there, that shaker box that shepherd's bush full heart goes on. Mm-hmm. If on one of your trips to the framer, would you maybe be willing to take that along and have him measure foam core?
For a circle? I'll have him cut a circle. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. I'll bring the lid with so he can custom fit that.
Yep.
So then I finished my box. I did not finish Jane's because I wanted her to see if this is something that she... Put your hand out right now. Put your L away. So I finished this and I got a box at Hobby Lobby and I painted it. I had to kind of blend the color. My God.
Just give me a minute.
So I painted it this kind of whatever
sage
color.
Green.
But it's kind of bluey.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's a shepherd's bush green.
And then I put little checkers on the bottom for feet. And then I ruched around it with, I was going to put pearls, but that was too harsh. So I was going to string pearls all the way around, but it was too harsh. I needed something softer. Then on the inside, I found some fabric that was green, kind of, what would you say that? Water stained or something?
Yeah, like a water lily kind of thing.
And then I made a covered padded bottom and I ruched that as well.
Oh, it's so beautiful,
So if you
Julie.
went to like yours like this, I will finish it.
Will you really?
Yeah.
I would love it. I think
your box is at home and everything, but I
think it's perfect.
So that's that.
I wonder, this must be in the drawer no return.
It probably is laying somewhere right on top.
Oh, well, if it's in a pile, there's no chance
we'll find it. So that was that one.
Oh, you make me want to finish things.
Well, I just told myself...
I have the desire, but no skills.
Well, I want to finish this because I'm having surgery on my left hand. That's this one. In August, and I will be out of commission for several months. And so I thought, well, as long as I'm in pain, I might as well.
So are you going to come and sit next to me and have snacks while we
because So this next one is the PA Dutch Tomato Pinkeep. I did not finish it as a tomato Because, you know, when I looked at it, there's nothing tomatoey about it. There's no bacon or lettuce really. You know, and I'm like, and I wasn't going to do the strawberry because, but I like the design.
And it's on 36 count vintage country mocha with Weeks Dye Works Cayenne.
Yeah. So I did it as a drum.
Julie.
And I, it still might be hot. Look. That was a bitch to do. It's not straight. Turn it around. Don't show it. That's hard to do. It's so hard to line that up. But I did my best.
I think it's perfect.
And then I thought, this morning when I came back down, because I had it stuffed, but I had to sew the bottom on, I thought, and then I'll put the red ruching. Well, the ruching didn't match. The red I had was too burgundy. So I go through all my stuff and I find this red and it's only a yard. And I'm like, well, that's not going to ruche the top and bottom. So I just kind of couched and pinched it.
I like it.
There, it's very subtle.
There's just enough texture there. I really like it.
So,
man.
I still struggle because if you sew the top on with the fabric color, you're going to see it on the edge of the red. And if you sew it on with the red, you're going to see it on the edge of the fabric. It's just So anyways, I'm going to have
tiny perfect stitches.
A bowl of red finishes. So
I'm going to have a bowl of cherry cheesecake ice cream later.
I like your idea better. So this is one of my first of my red bowl.
Oh, I love it.
Or whatever I decide to do with it. Okay, then.
And there's more.
Yes. Okay. I had this pattern stitched a long time ago. And this is Madame Cottontail by Brenda Gervais. And I was going to make the satchel. And I had the blue fabric. And I'm like, where am I going to hang it? What am I going to do with it? I think I'll block it.
Oh, her wood guy.
So I have my guy who put he took the blades out and soaked them in Tide. Can you believe this? He had this for like 3 days. He had this saw blade stew of Tide and whatever. And he got those blades so sharp, he's just cutting wood for me left and right.
Well, if you can boil wood, he can suds up his saw blades, I guess.
So, this, okay. So, it weighs a ton. It's a very big block of wood. And I was going to stain it, but I didn't want the stain.
Look. Oh my God, the detail.
That is from Hobby Lobby. It is in the spool section. It is, what is the twill tape? Yeah. And they had a spool of that leaf garland. I just about wet myself. I'm like,
you almost needed a pea vacuum there at the hot log.
Or liquid cleanup in aisle 4B.
Speaking of things needing to be soaked in Tide.
Will this work? And sure as heck it did.
Oh my gosh.
And then I found the knob. It's all about the knob to me. So yeah. But that's one heck of a chunk of wood, isn't it? So yeah. Where am I going to put it? No idea.
And you guys, this is the next delightful detail that's going to come. And coming fairly soon.
Our loyal viewer and wonderful daughter of mine, Catherine, had to have urgent surgery. So, she kind of was out of commission for a little bit. Yeah. Now that we're back on our feet,
I can't
she's
wait
going to do the video.
I just have to find. I just have to get me a wood guy.
Oh, mine's lendable.
Oh, I couldn't love it more. I just couldn't love it more. I do
really like it.
Oh.
And it doesn't have to be Easter. She can be out all year round,
spring.
Can't she? Yeah.
I used to collect bunny toes statues, and then snowmen. And I would, when I took my snowmen out, I would take my bunnies out, and they would stay up until the snowmen.
Yeah.
And why not? The rabbits eat my plants all summer and fall long. So,
so yeah, this was really fun.
Oh, it's beautiful.
I did like that. I was really, really thrilled with that. We were looking to stain it, but like I said, excuse me, I didn't want to have it compete with the color of the knob. So we went to Michael's, and Tom went with me, and he's like, well, this is blue, like, let's go. And I'm like, no, that's not the right shade blue. Open them up, all the colors, because you can't go by what it looks through the plastic.
Right. Yeah.
And so I got the blue, and then I decided I was going to use it like a stain. So I actually just wiped it on and wiped it off, and that gave the same streak.
Transparency.
Yeah, the streak look like her, the
genius.
The color. I have one more that I don't have a pattern for, because this was Catherine's very first thing she ever cross-stitched. She got a free handout from Justine. Don't know who the designer is.
Teresa Kogut, I bet.
Is it? No, I don't think it is.
Well, I don't know.
It says create, and it said something else. I don't know.
Create every day.
Every day?
Teresa Kogut.
Is that what it was? Okay, so Catherine took creative liberty. Now, mind you, this is her first cross-stitch. I gave her some, I think it's 14 count Ada, and she had a bunch of string, she said, from, because I gave her all of my anchor floss, my whole collection of anchor I gave her several years ago, because Bella was making friendship bracelets in grade school. So she decided to create stuff, and she kind of did it her own. And then I said, oh, I'll finish it for you. And I said, how do you want it done? She liked the idea of it being on a block. But I said, how? What kind of knob? She goes, you just do your thing, Mom. I don't care. But Catherine is very bright color, very colorful, creative, and bold personality.
She's the best.
So, yes, she is the best. So I did that for her. And she hasn't seen it yet, so I hope you like it, honey.
Surprise, Catherine. You cannot stay sad when you look at this, if you are sad.
See, her office is this bright blue. That's the color of her walls in her office, her home office. And it's all got white trim and everything. And Tom put up white shelves around every part of the room. So all the things are white and bright colored.
I love it. And it looks so crisp on the white Ada. I love that.
Yeah. So now she has since done multiple things. Her next piece that she did was a silhouette of Stony Creek, the Santa going over the town. She did that. She went right to 28 count dark gray linen and with black. So, I mean, and now what is she doing? She's doing
46 count?
No.
56?
She's doing
with a beading needle and a human hair? Is that what she's up to now?
No, she's doing all of the chickens from It's So Emma has a chicken collection. So yeah, she does all the chicks. So
I was watching a Flosstube the other night, and somebody was showing their collection of Stacey Nash patterns that have like the hens and the roosters and stuff. I thought I cannot go down another rabbit hole, but they're so cool.
These are real. She told me when she started cross stitching, she said, I don't know. I know the alphabet, so I have no need to do a sampler. And she said, and I don't like barns and houses, and it's just my thing. I said, you'll find your designer. You'll find it. And she has. She loves Satsuma Street. Yeah. She loves, she has seen a couple of Emily Call. And she loves the It's So Emma.
Yeah.
And is that Lori Holt?
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong names.
Fat Quarter Shop carries the It's So Emma series.
So she just, she found her group of designers,
great.
and she just loves it. So
That's
the
awesome.
chickens are really fun. She's doing all 12 of them. She did Penny, and they're all named Penny, Myrtle.
Penny.
Yeah, it's really fun. So,
Oh,
but I
that's great.
think that is 1, 2. See, I have a list too. Yep, that's it. We talked
Those
about
are-
the block tutorial that is coming, and so what do we do now?
Do you did you have a delightful discovery?
Yes. This is going to lead into our next segment. I was going through a bunch of my stuff, putting stuff away, because I've got a certain file I put the things I've stitched in, especially once we're done with them, then they can go. But we try to show the pattern, keep that out until they're done, and then they can go filed away. So I found a delightful discovery. Didn't know I had this.
Uh-oh.
It's by Bent Creek. It's a Zippies. And it is, I believe, on 18 count
with pearl cotton.
With pearl cotton. And I think I'm going to get this all pipped up, in a bag and press it and everything and evaluate. I want to save this for when I have surgery because I thought it might be big enough and not so overwhelming that I could do. But then on the way over here, I thought, oh, wouldn't this be cool, really done, really tiny, like a scissor fob? Like on 36 count.
It would be cool both ways, I think.
So I could do it now and then save this big one for later.
Why not?
But I thought, I didn't even know I had that.
Who knows what kind of treasures are waiting.
Yeah, but wouldn't this just look cute really little? Because I do have several bee things, and I've got a little bee, ceramic bee. I do a bee vignette, so that would be kind of cute in there
really
too.
Cool. And I really like the colors.
Yeah, they are really cute. Just
summer into fall.
Yeah. So that was my delightful discovery. So shall we talk about this or this?
Let's talk about your class.
Okay.
And then let's talk about the other one.
Okay.
After we do delightful deliveries.
Oh, that's right. Well, I am teaching a class. Well, I better do them in order, Julie. Excuse my reach. I'm doing a hardanger class. Let me see. Oh, I had a printout for that too. Here's the dates. You want to hold that one up?
I shall even clip.
I'm doing this box is the class project. This is what has taken me some time.
Gorgeous.
It's a wooden box. Can I get that up?
Yeah.
There. I think that's good. You get an unfinished box with the wheels on the bottom, and you can paint it whatever color you choose. So you get an unfinished box. You get the 25 count country vintage Mocha. You get the pearl cotton.
Wait. No.
I
can do it.
Oh, all right.
I can do it.
That's what you're saying.
The prednisone growl.
Prednisone Jane gets angry.
This is what my sister hears like about 10 times a day. Sissy.
They call each other
like
sissy.
the exorcist.
So I'm going to be teaching it Saturday, April 13th. It's a great class. I taught it last year in the fall, and we had a great time. And everybody, different levels of stitching abilities, and everyone had a great time. There are a few openings left, and I think I made extra kits. If there are any extra kits left over after the class, I'll let you know. And
I want to order one and paint it white.
Okay.
And then do this like in a Delft blue kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. So
beautiful.
And then the class I'm teaching, this is the vintage sampler class. It's listed as an intermediate hardanger, but I just kind of want to do the disclosure. That always means that you have to know hardanger in order to do the intermediate. You don't, because by looking at this, it's all specialty bands, pulled work, satin work, eyelets, laid stitches, the whole thing. You don't need to know hardanger. It'd be helpful if you could thread the needle.
Remember my tip from last time?
Yes. So,
and I have this pattern in the kit, the whatever. And Julie's instructions are very, very thorough.
So
you don't have to be afraid. It's step by step. The diagrams are super clear. The description of what you're going to do along with the picture. Just excellent, excellent, excellent. You won't have any trouble.
And also, it's multiple pages in a spiral bound.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to do a small sample that I'm going to pre-stitch for you. So when you get to class, you'll be jumping right into, let's cut here, remove these threads, and then we're going to follow through the book just to do the little taste of the things I think you might be apprehensive about. You'll be able to do them, but in a group setting, you'll be able to ask questions. So if you want to call or go right on to welcome, I've got the E in. Thank you for the kind viewer who pointed out I did not spell welcome with an E at the end. WelcomeStitchery.com under classes, and click on it and save your spot. And there's the phone number. So if there's any local people who watch who want to take a wonderful trip down, we serve, Justine brings in a light lunch. I think it's from one of the local restaurants. And she's got a beautiful shop. Oh, it's just a nice, really relaxed afternoon. And I would love to see you. So
I'm so excited for folks.
Well, maybe we should show these two things too.
Sure.
Speaking of, many people have asked, how do you find the community tab? And I did a little bit of research because I thought it's different, because when I go on our YouTube, since I'm a creator, I have a different look. So I went on to...
As an imposter.
Yeah. I went on to Pam and Steph's and looked to see what theirs looks like. And I went on to, Linen and Scraps to see what theirs look like. So when you go to the Facebook page... YouTube, this is what it looks like on YouTube. If you click on this right here, this domain, Running with Scissors, click on that. It'll bring you to this page. This is all a visual. And then see this down here? That's all you'll see.
Scroll to the left.
Slide it to the left. And you'll be able to press on that. So I was asked a long time ago, were you ever a kindergarten teacher? I'm just
but you're a teacher.
Yeah, a very visual person. And I don't know what it's like if you're on an iPhone. I don't know what it's like if you're on a TV.
iPhone.
But you have to press on.
You have to get to the channel first.
Yeah, this is our channel that gives the details. So, and then one more. Sorry, we're cleaning up all our housework. A lot of comments were of the taco hot dish.
I'd love to do the hot dish, but I don't do Instagram.
Yep.
So I'm going to hold it as still as I can so that you can screenshot it.
We should have some Mexican music playing for the taco. It is so easy. 1 pound of ground beef, or if you like ground turkey, anyone knows that recipes are very interpretive. I use the McCormick Taco 30% less sodium is fabulous taco seasoning. It just is such a great blend of spices. I've used it for years. Small chopped onion, very small so your guy doesn't know what's in there. And your minced garlic, I use the jar
Me
garlic.
too.
So Rotel tomatoes with green chilies.
Which you don't drain. Just dump it in there.
Dump it in. A can of Campbell's cheddar cheese soup. Why bother with the healthy choice? Get all the fat goodness. A half a cup of sour cream. And we use a 20-ounce bag of fresh, simply shredded hash browns. This original recipe called for frozen hash browns, but we used the fresh. And it is so easy. And like Jane says, tastes great the next day.
Wonderful the next
with
day.
a fried egg on top.
Yeah, or scrambled eggs in a burrito.
And Tom puts he'll heat up some and put it right in a flour tortilla with guacamole and a dab of sour cream and rolls it up. It's just good. Yum, yum, yum. So that's that recipe. I didn't get the chicken salad recipe. I'll post that when I bring the chicken salad. But so I wanted to make sure, because I still don't get Instagram. I don't understand how to post on that, and I just flail around like a dope. And I'll just type it up and do visuals.
I think it works. Everybody gets a chance.
Okay, so now what, Miss Jane?
Do we want to do delightful deliveries?
Sure. Do you have some? Please say you have
I
some.
do have some delightful
Please
deliveries.
Share.
Jody Trixie Tricycle, who is the dyer for Cedar River Linen and Design, had linen in new colors.
Oh.
And
are you in her club or anything? Or
no,
you just ordered?
I just ordered. I think I saw who got a preview. Might have been Brenda and Laura. Kind of got a preview, and I think I saw it on one of their videos, and then I had to order. This is 36 count coffee stain.
That is beautiful.
A beautiful, slightly darker neutral. Very rich.
Hint of green.
Yep, nice modeling.
Nice modeling and a hint of rather green for being coffee.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And when I think of it, I did the rosebush sampler on Tephra, and that had a little bit of green. It's almost like this is a much richer, deeper, like companion to Tephra. It's beautiful. And then this is 36 count Spin Drift.
I want to grow up to be a fabric namer.
A very nice neutral. Anything would look
Is it
good on this.
Have any real variegated, or just
it has a little bit of
dyed?
texture in it.
It's got texture in it from the dyeing process, but it's not modeled really well.
Not heavily modeled.
Yeah,
no.
Beautiful.
So I had to have that. And then I think there's one more. This is 36 count maple bar. This has a nice modeling, and it's like in a gold, I would say. I wouldn't say a yellow, but a nice like buttery gold.
Yeah, or a tan almost.
Yeah.
It's got a tan tinge, like a tan butter. Oh, that's
so beautiful. I will link Cedar River Linen and Design below in the description box.
Where you would just press, it goes more. It says blah, 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 and then it says more, and you hit the more, and it drops everything down.
It says blah, 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 bing, bang, boom, more. So that was that fabric.
Beautiful.
And then, speaking of fabric, my February? March 2024. This is 36 count drizzle, and this is a wonderful grayish blue.
Ooh, is that ever
and
pretty?
Beautiful modeling.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with that? I thought maybe you had something in mind, since it's such a beautiful blue.
I don't know.
You don't know.
To
be determined.
To be TBD, as I say. And then here are the March colors.
Do the kids say that, or just
beautiful?
You? TBD.
Somebody said in a meeting the other day that well, didn't you get my email? And somebody said TLDR. And I was like, too long, didn't read. Apparently I'm way behind on the office lingo. Too long, didn't read.
Wow.
I felt about 80 years old.
Yeah. Who would think it would be developed that quickly?
Kids these days.
I'll tell you.
And then I bought two market...
Some people's kids.
I bought the Teresa Kogut market release. This is Sacred. This is from her new Faith in Stitches series. And I thought it was just beautiful.
What does it say?
It says, O most holy-hearted Jesus, fountain of every blessing, I adore thee, I love thee. With a lively sorrow for my sins, I offer this poor heart of mine.
Wow.
Beautiful. And it's all DMC.
Oh, cool.
So part of me thinks the Spindrift, you know, that really nice neutral cream.
Yes.
Would be great, and that would be a great way to represent the purity.
Yes.
But there was nothing...
I was going to say
there was nothing sterile about the way Jesus died.
No.
So
I was going to say there's a fair amount of red in there,
yeah.
too. But really, when you look at the colors, there's so many other colors that, that's beautiful.
So I might start that in the fall.
Very pretty.
And then I bought her Teresa Kogut's Hello Spring. There are...
Oh, a book of things.
Wonderful patterns in here.
Not just the front cover?
No, I think there might be like as many as 8. Like, look.
Ooh.
Cottage house. Very sweet. Oops. Home Sweet Home.
Oh, nice.
I wonder if there's like a summary page. I don't think so. But I mean, look at how cool this one is.
Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah. She had a lot of great market releases. I had to restrain myself. So I thought I would buy the book, and then the Sacred really spoke to me. So I did those.
Very
and
nice.
Then I hope you're sitting down, because this next portion may shock you. Shepherd's Bush, everybody!
Woo!
I got 3 of them. Shepherd's Bush market releases.
Bush heavy.
This is Patriotic Parade.
Oh, cute.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
And it comes with everything that you need to finish it, which means when you put this part in the drawer, no return, you have to remember where you put this part, just in case.
Oh, cool.
This is the home needle case.
Oh. Does that go with anything? Is that part of it?
It's not part of the shepherd's fold.
Oh, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Because you have all
it comes with all the
stuff. I like that.
And then this one is a sampler.
Look, it's got red lining. Ooh, I might have to get this one.
And then this is All Manner of Thing. All manner of things shall be well.
Very nice.
And I just love that one.
I like the vines. You know, I like swirls and stuff.
I like the vines too. And
this has swirls and red, so that kind of is like the
look, y'all,
deal.
How fancy. You know how usually with Shepherd's Bush you get the cardboard heart with the holes punched out of it? Look what you get now.
Oh, look at a little graphic on there.
And it's all like labeled for you.
Oh, it is. I didn't focus in on that.
Yeah, and that comes with all the
silks or DMCs.
I believe that these are a combination. Nope, this is all hand-dyed cotton.
Loden and Dirt Road. I wonder, are those gentle art?
Gentle art, I think. Yep.
Yeah, some of those look familiar.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get this one.
That would look good in your bowl. With your reds.
Would. I really like that.
I believe those are my
delightful deliveries.
How about you?
Well, there again, slim pickings. This is I don't know what it's going to look like. If it's theirs, I liked that.
So cute.
And I have pulled nothing.
So is it a full...
It's
like a full coverage piece?
I'm not sure. I'm going in cold because I just...
Well, I'll find out together, y'all.
Yep. It's by Sunrays Creations from Ohio.
Oh my.
And it is with DMC colors. And it appears to be on 32 count, about 7 by 11. 6 by 10 on 36 count. And let's see.
It's Easter for Pete's sake.
Yeah, look at that. I'll be damned. It's all full.
You know,
the picture looks pixely.
Because it's probably a representation and not a picture of I would do it on like 16 or 18 count Ada.
I think I've been wanting to do something on Ada cloth. That, yes, if it's full coverage, I might as well do it on an Ada.
Oh.
Well, I better double check when I sit down with a cool, refreshing beverage that there aren't any quarter stitches. I don't believe there are.
You can pierce though. I used to do quarter stitches on Ada.
Yeah.
My sister is learning to stitch, and she found a kit at a thrift store for 50 cents. And it's very like 80s, but she's been going to town on it, and her stitches are beautiful. Boy, that was some nice Ada.
Was it?
Nice and soft and sturdy. And, you know, sometimes we get comments from commenters that are like, well, I'm just an Ada stitcher.
Oh.
Okay, there's no such thing. But I have somebody I've been wanting to mention for a while. I've been watching... her name is Laura, and her Flosstube channel is Stitching by the Shore. She stitches exclusively on 18 count Ada. Wide variety of projects. Everything you can think of. Full coverage pieces, gnomes, whimsical pieces, some like dragon pieces. She does a trading card exchange like once a year. And when she finishes some of her pieces, she very carefully curates them into a scrapbook. Oh. Not like a junk journal. They're gorgeous scrapbook pages. And she did a video like around Christmas time of a flip through. She is going to get me in huge trouble. Because every time she shows a piece of Ada, I'm like, I want to buy all of the Ada.
You told me about
beautiful colors and the texture and modeling, and some of it is neutrals and some of it is hand dyes. And she has such a great eye for color. Go watch her. I'll link her below.
You told me about her.
Amazing.
That she scrapbooks her pieces.
Amazing.
And,
I couldn't picture it. She's like, well, I'll probably scrapbook this piece. And I thought, I don't really know what that means. And then she did a flip through, and I was like, mind blown. So sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, I'm not sure. I'm leery. I wouldn't want this to look pixely stitched, so I don't know the detail of it. But I thought I'd really like to give that a try. I'll start, of course, in the center with the one chick and see what I like about it. If it's going to be okay, I'll continue.
I can't wait to see it. Can you start it tonight and then send me a picture in the morning?
Well, do you have some prednisone you can give me?
I don't know if I have a spare square, but a square to spare, but maybe.
And then I had gotten this book. I'll take it out. Just excuse me while I struggle.
Excuse me while she whips this out.
The Red Smalls of 2023, and I thought that's cool. I do want to do some red smalls. And then, of course, after doing this Pennsylvania Dutch one. But then I got a delightful hand delivery. My dear friend Mona.
Your biggest fan, Mona.
She sent this with her sister, who we found out lives 4 blocks from us.
Isn't that funny?
So now, hi, Nicole. Hi, Mona. Mona wanted me to have this, so she was so kind to send this. So now I'm really jazzed. I am really,
So
really
cool.
red razzle dazzle jazzed.
And Twin Peaks Primitives.
Yes.
Their charts are really, really nice.
So it's like, I don't know what to start next, but, wow. I think I might, out of
Super
this
cool.
book, I might do the Biscornu here. Right there.
Remind me, have you finished Biscornus before?
Yes, I've designed them. I've designed a few. Sorry. Yes. Yes, I have.
Was that when I was in a coma for a year? I don't know what happened.
Several years ago. There's a Biscornu here too, so I could do a Biscornu duo. But I want to do like cherry red on pink. I want to do all the reds,
I might have some pink fabric.
Well, not just my favorite reds, because then it's all going to look the same. So I want to do like something I don't think I'd ever use 666 red because that's just too red for me. But 321, I mean, I could name drop all the reds, but I want to use
$9.99.
Yep. Is that a red? No, you're just.
666.
I'm like, that's not it. We'll have to talk later, Jane. You can't be throwing out reds
I'm just
because...
so hungry.
All right, well, let's go. We're done. Bye. No. But yeah, so
cool.
now that I finished this drum, I'm like, now I really want to work on some reds, excuse me. And that I'm working on my pillow game so I can do the little pillows. I just think that would be a really delightful bowl of goodness to have of all the reds. So mix and match the fabrics and fibers. I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
So so yes, I have that done. Check. So now we just have the main thing, one big thing to talk about.
So last video, Julie and I talked to you guys about how we really wanted to do something for reaching 7,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much.
So we've been chatting about it, and what we think we want to do is we want to curate 2 packages for giveaways. So
of our stuff
that we're carefully hand choosing to include in the box.
Some of the patterns we may have stitched. Some of the patterns are duplicates. Some of the patterns we know we won't ever stitch.
There'll probably be some fabric in there, scissors, scissor fobs, running with stitches, needle minders. But we will curate them. So leave. What we will do is we will use the random comment picker right before we film our next video, and we will pick 2 people at random to receive those boxes. If you are within the domestic United States, we will probably have the boxes be whatever we can fit in a standard, like priority box of the appropriate size. If you're international, we are glad to send that to you, but it probably will be more what we can put in a legal size. A
legal priority mailer.
Oh, yeah. And send that.
So we're not we want to include all of our viewers. And if we happen to choose you and you're international, you will not be disqualified. You will get a little package from us as well. So
the only thing we ask is that you have to be over 18 for it to be legal for us to get your mailing address from you. And we would really, really appreciate it if you were a subscriber. You're all wonderful. And depending on how this goes, we will probably do more sometime in the future as we reach future milestones.
Yeah, maybe 10,000. We'll do another one.
Yeah. So you all are wonderful commenters anyway. You don't have to use any keywords. Please don't use any words in your comments that are going to make the boogeyman and the bots come out like free giveaway, like whatever.
Just comment.
We are sending things out for adoption. So just leave your normal comments. And like I said, right before we do our next video, we will pick 2 people at random, and then we will announce those winners.
Yep.
In episode number 37.
Oh, that's 37. So I've got my whole stack of stuff. Wow, that was fun to go through. And Jane's got a stack of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll meet up and put the things together and get 2 nice boxes.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, because I love to put packages together.
Can we have a pasta salad for when we do that?
We will do chicken salad that day. So we'll take a picture. And I know I was thinking I need to make some. I was going to make sugar cookies today. You know my mom's recipe.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have enough time. The time. I know there's people.
The days are so packed.
Well, and I know there's people that struggle and they can't wait for the day to be over. So when I say I want more time, it's selfish because sometimes there's just not enough hours in the day and sometimes there's too many hours in the day.
Yeah.
So, but I really wanted to make some sugar cookies. So, because I've been jonesing for those. So.
I've been jonesing for some snickerdoodles and some ginger molasses cookies.
Oh, maybe I'll make us some molasses ones because I have that recipe too.
Yeah, your recipe's delicious for those.
So that looks like, oh my gosh, I think that is absolutely everything that I had on my list.
Yeah, we want to do a couple special thank yous.
Oh, that's right.
So we want to give a special thank you to Carol Saltbox Stitcher. Thank you. For your kind words. Your video was the first one I watched when I got home from the hospital, and it brought me to tears in a very happy way. We so appreciate all of your support for us.
Thank you, Carol.
And when your video came up and in the description it said delightful deliveries, I smiled from ear to ear.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was awesome. And the other special shout out is to Molly and Kathy from Linen and Scraps. Molly, it doesn't sound weird. I love you right back.
Yep.
And thanks for all of the kind things that you had to say about our channel. If you are not subscribed to Kathy and Molly, Linen and Scraps, or Carol Saltbox Stitcher, you are really missing out at a wonderful experience. Every video is carefully done. Kathy and Molly are very playful together. It's primarily cross stitch, but there's some paper crafting in there. Mm-hmm. They have great ideas, so go and visit them. And then a general thank you to all of you that have linked to us in your Flosstube videos, that have mentioned us. We really do appreciate it. And one of the things that we hope to do moving forward is to be more intentional about mentioning Flosstubes that we've come across and enjoy, that we can share with you, just in case you're not already enjoying them. Yeah. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So thanks for hanging in there with us. I have no idea if my hour 40 is anywhere near. Do you want to make a guess before we go off air?
I think we have.
I'm writing it down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
I wrote mine down.
1 hour and 27 minutes.
If you have binocular glasses on right now, I'm going to be mad.
I can't even see straight today.
So hopefully we'll be back in a couple of weeks, 3 at most, if I can manage to manage.
You better manage to manage. I can't take this.
Until then, be kind to yourself and give yourself one more day. Some of us are carrying very heavy things right now. Put them down. Mm-hmm. Put them down for the day. Tomorrow they might not seem as heavy, or they might not be yours to carry anymore. So give yourself another day, and then another day after that, and another day after that. Trust me, if I can do it, you can do it too. Mm-hmm. And it'll be worth it. I promise you. Yep. So let's pinky swear like we do that we are going to string all of those one more days together until we meet back up here and have another cray-cray together.
March Madness.
And until then, we wish you nothing but the best health and happiness and all of the abundance of things that make you happy and healthy. Easy for me to say. Mm-hmm. And for all of you that celebrate Easter, we hope you have a blessed Easter and time with family, and that you end up in a ham coma somewhere in the afternoon. But until next time, happy stitching, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. So Bella wants deviled eggs, like 1,000 of them. You're going to make all those deviled eggs.
Will you save some for me?
Sure.
Love me a deviled egg.
Is this going to work?
It will.
Okay.
I don't have a singing voice yet, so.
No song? Soft shoe? Dramatic reading? We could sway? What's going on?
Please.
We had trouble with it starting, so I wonder if the clicker battery's going.